Hi, and welcome to another week of Keeping It Real with Coach Neal. I'm Brandon Sands with the Seahawk Digital Network, joined now by UNCW women's soccer head coach Chris Neal. Coach, how are you?
Doing great, thank you.
Awesome. You know, you had a bye week last week, game on Sunday, draw against regional rival Campbell. Just talk about that game with the Camels.
Yeah, it was a great match. I thought we played really well, and we created three really good chances on the day, three clear-cut chances that we didn't create against Hofstra, for example, except on the goal. But their keeper, to her credit, made a really fine save to her left to prevent Micaiah from scoring a header in the second half. Well, I thought all in all it was a great performance, and we had some adversity thrown at us personnel-wise this week. So we had to make a lot of last-minute changes to our lineup, and some players that hadn't played a lot of minutes stepped up and were big time for us and played really well.
How key is it to go on the road in a conference match and be able to at least come away with the point?
Vital. It's very hard to win on the road in this league. And most of the time when you get a point on the road, you're kind of happy to get a point. I felt like the way we played, we wanted a little bit more. Certainly happy with a point, but we felt like we had 3 points there for us. But on the day, we just couldn't punch it in.
Hannah Wise, her third shutout of the season. What have you just seen that you've liked from her in goal? Seems like she's really starting to really come into her own as a not just a great goalkeeper, but a team leader.
The team derives confidence from Hannah. She's got presence in that goal. She's verbal. She's got great hands. She makes sound decisions. So it's just a very comforting feeling knowing that even if you're absorbing pressure, you've got somebody of that quality behind you. And there's no doubt the team feels that for 90 minutes as well.
What do you think, besides just the easier travel for a team like us in the South of the conference, having Campbell, what did they bring to the conference that you've liked from them so far? Just having that geographical split easier, for travel and things like us.
You're right. Travel, it's very nice to have a conference opponent an hour and a half down the road. But they're a good team, too, and that's the key. They're transitioning to the CAA, and I've seen a number of teams have to go through this transition, and it is not easy sometimes. I did it personally, and I think they're doing very, very well in their first year. I know that their coaching staff, Jeff Gross and Todd Herman, want more, but they're doing a great job, and they've been very competitive. So it's just great having a rivalry right down the road that's of quality, friends on the coaching staff, so you've got that banter and camaraderie as well. And we actually have a running joke behind the scenes with Greg's Bakery that we were going to have a bunt cup, and the winning team would get the bunt cake of the year. But this year was a draw, so I guess nobody gets dessert this year.
You mentioned that transition to the CAA. Another team on Thursday who you'll host, Stony Brook, is in their second year in the conference. Last year, a 3-2 game on Long Island. A lot of shots in that game. It was, action, 5 combined goals, all that stuff. What are you looking forward to see in your second matchup with the Sea Wolves this year?
Well, they're coming off a 4-0 victory over William & Mary, who was previously undefeated. So that's a terrific result at home for Stony Brook. And last year was a great game, real back and forth. They got us on set pieces last year. They scored 2 corner kicks very early on against us. And we want to make sure that we don't give away a lot of set pieces, hopefully, and that we prevent them from scoring on them. Firstly, let's start there. Let's not get beat the same way twice. So, they're a very good team. Got some international experience on that team. Very well coached by Toby, and I think it's going to be a great CAA battle under the lights on Thursday night.
And then a split weekend for you. Sunday, you travel to Towson. Yep. Obviously, Nia Christopher. The top Sports Center top 10 save with Hannah last year. Tightly contested battle. You can always look for her, but they have more weapons than just her. She'll kind of take the headlines, but just talk about how challenging that is to face the Tigers on their home turf.
Well, they're flying right now, undefeated in the league, scoring a ton of goals. I think they scored 5 the other day against Drexel, who's notoriously pretty stingy. But they've got a 3-headed monster in Christopher, Hamid, and Canoles. Those are 3 very experienced players, athletic and all good and dangerous in their own way up top. And good luck, budgeting for them. But their entire team, if you look at their starting lineup, and I may be wrong, but I think I'm pretty close to being correct, I'd say they're almost all juniors, seniors, or 5th years. And I think they have every single starter returning from last year. So that we'll worry about them after Stony Brook, but there's a lot to worry about with that team.
Well, Coach, we'll be watching. Best of luck. Back home again on Thursday night at 7 p.m. to face Stony Brook. Thanks, Coach.